Hello, everyone. I want to quickly talk about what we're going through right now. So, I think a lot of us are hoping and praying that it goes away, that somehow what we're going through ends, that we go back to normal or as normal as could be, sort of like wanting to bury our heads in the sands and just cross our fingers and pray that this evolutionary shift in human consciousness somehow resolves itself and we come out of this now. We're done. It's over. And unfortunately, that's not what's happening. So this is a process that we are in that will take some quote unquote sort of time. This isn't going away. This isn't ending anytime soon. This is a massive evolutionary shift in human consciousness. I want to give you an analogy that came through that I think is extremely important right now to understand what it is that we're actually going through. I want you to imagine that you were born into a body that had a cast on your arm. So from the moment you woke up into the human experience, you believed that your arm was broken because there was a cast on it. And everyone around you told you that your arm is broken. And so you believed your arm was broken. You never questioned, you never doubted, you just believed people, right? And so you grew up and did everything that you needed to do, adapting to the fact that you had an arm that was broken. In fact, you looked around and you were like, well, other people's arms are broken, so this must be normal. But what started to happen was that there were external experiences that you were having that started to break the cast open. It started to chip at the cast. And you started recognizing, wait a second, my arm isn't, I don't think my arm is broken. And as the experiences and the external started to break away the cast, you started to be able to start using your arm, the arm that you thought was broken. So this illusion that you had a broken arm was never actually true. And so what starts to happen is you start to use your arm. You start to become free. You start to realize that what you were in was actually never real. And that is what we are going through right now, is one large human collective. The cast is fear, control, manipulation, mind control. These are casts that are put over our entire body when we drop into the human experience. It's part of being on this planet. For thousands of years, the human has been experiencing themselves in this illusionary state that they are not free, that there are systems controlling them that tell them what to do, i.e. authority figures, the government, religious systems. All of these large systems were programmed to believe them, to follow them, to trust them. We have been programmed to follow what everyone else is doing, stay in the herd, right? All of these programmed ways, those are casts that we have been cemented into, believing that that is our reality. And what is beginning to happen now, louder and louder, is that these external experiences, one of them is COVID, right? But there are many. They are rattling the casts that we have been cemented into. They are shaking the foundation of who we thought we were as a human being. We are beginning to realize, oh my God, we have been controlled, manipulated. We have been in fear for so long. We haven't actually been sovereign. And so we start to break out of the casts and we start to become free. We start to speak up. We start to stand for our basic human rights. And we start watching how it's getting louder and louder in the external for the sole purpose of breaking us free from the casts that we are in. And so what you want to ask yourself right now, right, is these states of awareness or states of consciousness that you have been in your whole life, have they actually allowed you to be free? Have they created a divide in the human collective? Have they created segregation in the human collective? Think about what we're breaking out of. We're breaking out of fear. We're breaking out of, I don't have a choice. I have to follow the narrative. We're breaking out of, oh my God, there is segregation and divide in the entire human collective. Have I been buying into it, right? We are breaking out of the illusion that some group, some system, some authority tells me what I need to do with my body, right? These are miraculous and really amazing gifts that we are going through in order to crack the casts. But you have to be aware. You have to wake up. You have to open your eyes. You have to see that the cast that you have been in. You have to see it. And then you have to courageously choose to let that cast break and to step into more freedom, which may require you to quit your job, right? It may require you to change the educational system that you were in. It may require you to change the medical system that you were in. When you break out of a casts that you have been in, that you have been cemented in, it's going to require a huge amount of courage. It's going to require more compassion, empathy, and love for yourself and for others. Let them stay in the cast if they need to stay in the cast, right? But speak your truth. Speak your sovereignty. Be your sovereignty. Hold firm to your body. This is all we have, this body. This is it. This is how we navigate the world. If we hand our body over to these illusionary systems that have been in place for so long, telling us what is our truth, what is our right, what is our freedom, etc., we're just perpetuating this shadow that we have been designed to step out of. We're just cementing ourselves deeper into this cast. And we aren't meant to be in casts. We're meant to be free. We're meant to be sovereign. We're meant to create our reality. We're meant to have free will over and over and over. We're meant to be unified as one unique individual human in a large collective human consciousness. We're meant to evolve. And that's what we're doing right now. We are evolving. This isn't going away. This is a process. This is a movement. So if we continue to bury our heads in the sand, give our bodies over, if you don't feel like giving your body over, right? We will be confronted once again with making the choice of either staying in the cast or stepping out and breaking free from the casts. So just know that everything that you're going through right now is breaking you free. Ask yourself, am I in more freedom, or am I continuing to allow myself to be shackled? Am I judging all these other people for what they're doing, or am I just staying focused on what is my truth and what do I need? What are my choices that I'm making in every now moment? Let others make the choice they need to make, right? Am I creating divide and segregation, right? Or am I allowing others to have free will and choice? Am I standing up for my sovereignty and what is my absolute truth, or am I continuing to hand over my freedom, my rights? We're breaking out of casts that we've been cemented in, that we have believed to be our reality, and they are not. And it is a process. It is a journey. So put your seatbelt on. We're all in this together. We do get through this. We do get out of this. The majority of the human collective does break out of their casts, but it's going to take a while, and it's going to take a lot more craziness in the external to break those casts open. I love you. Be gentle with yourself.